Welcome to the Morning Wood. Roll something with me. Let's get stoned.
I don't make the rules cause that's just how the game goes. 20 carats around my neck, that's how the chain blows. I'ma fly around the world when I want to. I ain't afraid to call that line when I want you. I'm out here hustling for this money cause I love it. I got my family next to me cause I love it. Blowing all this cash fast cause I love it. All this gold around my neck cause I love it, I love it. Know a couple that'll tell me when I want to. Never salty, I just cool it when I'm with the juice. Every time they mention AZ, why they mention you? I know it gets them heated, I don't really mean to. I love how you top me off on the freeway. I love flying out to Houston on the next day. I love sipping all this codeine and I fall asleep. Down on the Zany, I might be in my sleep. When I wake up, I see nothing. I've been getting it on my own. I don't fuck with you new pumpkins, and I'm getting it while I'm slow. We do 20 every month, yeah. I don't make the rules, cause that's just how the game goes. 20 carats around my neck, that's how the chain blows. I'ma fly around the world when I want to. I ain't afraid to call that line when I want you. I'm out here hustling for this money cause I love it. I got my family next to me cause I love it. Blowing all this cash fast cause I love it. All this gold around my neck cause I love it, I love it. I keep my eyes closed so I can see you. Now it's only memories that I breeze through. I don't do it for nothing, I do it for you. All them lies you telling, I wish they were true. I stay clean like soap, but I ain't wearing no suits. Red Timberland boots, extended with clips, but that's not my shit. But I would act a fool. You say you did it for me, now bitch I did it for you. Out here on the front line, ducking one time. I'm always blowing muddy, yeah, that's why they want mine. Yeah, my brody, he working. Come on, let's get it. My peoples is with it, and they loving the ticket. I don't make the rules, cause that's just how the game goes. 20 carats around my neck, that's how the chain blows. I'ma fly around the world when I want to. I ain't afraid to call that line when I want you. I'm out here hustling for this money cause I love it. I got my family next to me cause I love it. Blowing all this cash fast cause I love it. All this gold around my neck cause I love it, I love it.
He fucking loves it. You know what I mean? He loves it so much. He made a motherfucking track. Shout out to G-Mo right there. I love it. What's up with ya? We back in here. It is Friday. It is Friday, right? Hello. One of those episodes where we will be kicking it, finding out what's going on out there in the world of cannabis. Lots to discuss. We've got topics. We do, but we also want to smoke some weed. Right? Hello. Where's my weed smokers at? Shout out to you popping in here early with me, Jack the Kid. My apologies. Hand rolled by Surge over there. Vouchy, Mario, what's going down with you guys? Good morning. What is the plans for you this weekend? Are you preparing for anything? What are the, if you're an ultimate stoner, right? If you're the ultimate stoner, what are you doing out there this weekend? What is popping out there? Or what are you grabbing to smoke on? Myself today, we have another side-by-side. If you didn't know, I'm out here in Arizona and I have a brand Smackers, and I like to collaborate with small facilities out here to get them some attention. It's hard out here to get on some shelves in Arizona. I've witnessed small facilities, go under because they can't, find a lane. So shout out to the flower shop. Gave me the opportunity to hunt the best marijuana that I can find on the licensed market in Arizona, and do collaborations with them, give the facilities the shine, and just share with what's smoking out there. So shout out to Joel's Cannabis is a facility that I've definitely fuck with. He's got 3 fuckings. that marker is insane. So with the others. But trying out some flavors right now. I'm going to show them on the camera. My dude, Smoke Dog in the motherfucking building. Gonna roll me up some dog bones of it. So let me show you off what we're smoking on today, and then we'll get into some topics. Let me know what you're smoking. What are you smoking on, though, right? That's what I always like to hear. This one is number 2, right? Sometimes I'm not going to know what too much information I can give you. Well, I'll be able to tell you based off what it tastes like, kind of what I think it is. But here we go, right here. Number 2. Number 2. I mean, Joel's Cannabis is fucking phenomenal. One of the things that makes it difficult for me is that, like, sometimes I know the weed's good. I just don't like how it hits my palate. You know what we talked about? One of the things I've noticed too is I like when weed crystals up the bag. Like this one right here really started leaving crystals on the bag and stuff like that, which I didn't see from all of the strains. That to me is a fire sign. Do you feel the same out there? Do you feel like when the bag starts getting all crystallized, man, there's something going on with that weed. There's something going on with that weed. Gonna blaze more Tide after breakfast. Mario liking that Tide out there. Cloud Mav out there chiefing up some French toast that we rolling the fuck up. French toast, who grew it? This one's got a nice smell too. Okay, let's see what's going on with this one. To the cam. Off look, which would you go with? Off look. Which one are you rolling? All right. Side by sides. Let's see which one's crack. Shout out to my dude, Smoke Dog, for being in here again, doing it up. Mario says, I don't want the bag still in my crystals. No, I get that. But what I'm saying is, like, the bag should be still in some crystals, right? It's in the bag. So it should be like, there should be crystals like fucking just, falling off. But I think, but if it doesn't, right? Does that say something? Oh, you're cooking. You're legit cooking, chefing up some French toast. Then we rolling the fuck up. Oh, my bad. I read that wrong. I thought that was a strain and shit. I was like, hell yeah. Yeah, I think there is a strain out there. All right, let's get into some topics that are going on out there in the world of marijuana. One is, are we going to find out about the high roller tickets? I know people have been asking me, popping out on here. We'll see if Adam pops out here. Are you guys ready to get your ticket, though? Only so many going to be sold, so it's going to be one of those things where it sells out. You know it. Shout out to Slurpees. Yeah! Chefing, not cooking. Yeah. I saw Chief in there. I just read the eye see what it wants to see. The eye see what it wants to see. I saw Chiefing. All right, first thing we're going to get into is, I believe that, wait for my little ticker over here. I don't want to go out of order, I guess. I don't want to go out of order. Yeah, you need the tickets to go up. Well, it's $4.25 though. Oh, but you want to make sure you get a ticket. Yeah, that makes sense. That'd be crazy if they, like, anybody overseas, almost, you feel like they should have, like, first dibs. Aren't you overseas? All right, where I'm at, out here in Arizona, we had a recall, and we were talking about how celebrity brands don't work out and whatnot. Cheech and Chong pre-rolls recall for a fungus issue. No! Arizona weed products associated with jars cannabis was taken off shelves due to possible contamination of aspergillus, and we know that's an interesting one. In California, they removed aspergillus, right? You guys don't have to worry about that. In Arizona, we got to worry about it. And that is made an issue for people in Arizona. A lot of the facilities out here feel like aspergillus should be removed. The tickets dropped today. Oh, man, this is breaking news. Hold on real quick. This is breaking news. We are getting feedback that tickets have dropped right now. I don't know about right now, but... Oh! Get your motherfucking tickets up! The best event going down! Let's go! Get your fucking tickets. This shit gonna be so epic. Hey, fucking ready, go! Never mind 4 p.m., bro. Get your tickets, ho! 160K. Who's gonna win this shit? Eating organic foods. Smoking on soft weed. All right, they going down today, 4 p.m. Get your goddamn tickets. Who's going for the fucking VIP, baby? 69 VIP tickets. Okay, guys. Okay, Adam. 69 tickets out there for VIP, man. Who's getting them VIPs? Oh, this shit is going down. We should the whole show. Let's fucking go! Get your fucking tickets. All right, it's one of them days, guys. I'm just telling you. It's one of them days for me, man. We out here just have bullshitting around, having a good time. Why am I... Was that... You telling me more people looked at that right there and said, I ain't going now? He said, why are you trying to scare y'all? My bad. I thought that was fun. Shout out to him, man. That is going to be an epic event. $4 p.m. Do you think? Boom, gone, huh? Ooh, shit. That's cool. That is going to be dope. Now they can get back on the fucking, on proper doinks, though. They can get back to rolling up some weed and smoking it. I think that's probably why they were MIA a little bit this week, was because they're like, all right, man, like this is their first event. I had thought that they had done an event before, but this is their first event. And so you know that they want to set their high standard, right? They have a high standard. They're about making sure that it represents to the best. I imagine this is going to be a tremendous experience. Mario. Oh, I got you. Well, I was excited. And I didn't want anyone to miss out. Now you know, right? Now you're like, what? They're now? Oh, shit. And then boom, 4 o'clock. Oh, shit. They should have let us do a little bit of a pre-sale here on the Morning Wood, right? I mean, come on. If you pop into the Morning Wood, put some eggs in the chat if you don't think you should get early access, right? If you are here right now live kicking it, what's up with the early access? You know what I mean? Come on, man. You support the network. What up, Dr. What is that? Ropotnik in this building. Blicky. Yeah, okay, all right. Who yesterday was saying soil and organics will always fail for mold? I've never failed since 2016. Always soil and organic. Don't spread shit information. I thought it was interesting, the perspective from SirHIGH, that he was saying because of how, it's just soil is, has to operate, that it might pop for things that are tested for in the rec market. And I reached out to 2 facilities here in Arizona that are doing living soil to jump on here, and they are at scale doing living soil. So, to kind of keep the conversation going, to bring up, attention to living soil, I reached out to 2 companies, Abundant Organics and Verdant, out in Arizona. So they will be on next week to discuss, what's going on with living soil. Sometimes they punch and burn things. It's been a while. It's been a while since I punched anything besides like a punching bag, you know what I mean? Oh, actually, when I say that, god damn it, now I got to tell you guys about it. I fucking hit that. You know those punching bags you can hit where it gives you the score? I'll never do that again. All right, let's get into some motherfucking topics. What do we got over here? What are some topics we wanted to bring up? Oh, this one's kind of interesting. And I feel like it has to be Reefer Madness 2026 with this type of situation. All right, can we get rid of the damn sponsorship? Damn. All right, I guess not. They're gonna get their ad in here. It is what it is. So when I go over here and we check it out, medical cannabis may not help your anxiety or depression, study suggests. It's just weird to have these kind of studies come out when there's already been studies that show that it does help, right? Like, so it's like, man, this is reefer madness to me. But then it's like, well, you kind of got to keep an open mind at all times to not just shut things out, so that way you don't become closed in your little box, right? So it's like, damn, these studies come out where it's like, all right, well, let's see what you got. Let's see what you got over here. So the study published, the Lancet. So let's just go over here. You're the ones who published this. Let's go ahead and just get the direct then. Let's go directly. Whoa. Damn. I'm going to drop this in the chat if you want to fully read over this. If the science of cannabis is interesting to you and what it potentially will do to us is interesting to you, I will drop these in the chat so you guys can check them out because I think it's, kind of interesting. So what I like to find out the most whenever I see a study is I like to find out, well, who participated, right? Who are your studies? Let me go and see if you guys can read this because it is not looking too sharp for you. Okay, there we go. All right, so look at here. This one seems fucking significant, actually. 2,477 participants. I've seen some studies that they're like, yeah, we pulled like 20 people. Back in like the 70s, they were like, yeah, we pulled like 12 people off the street. And it's like, goddamn. Like this is why it's important to pay attention to these studies because in the 60s and the 50s and stuff like that, they were just pulling random motherfuckers off and then they were creating laws that we live by today. You know what I mean? Like the studies that these people they're all doing is going to affect all of us as consumers. So to me, it's like, okay, let's pay the fuck attention to what studies they're doing today. We can do that. So let's do that. So when you have a study over here that has 2,500 people, to me, that says, okay, some significance here. You definitely pulled some people. So 69% males, 31% female, median age, 33. I'm going to have to dive into this and check this shit out. But there was some evidence that cannabinoids can reduce symptoms of cannabis use disorder. There was some evidence that cannabinoids can reduce symptoms of cannabis use disorder. Damn. Insomniac, Tourette syndrome, autism. But the quality of this evidence was generally low. Cannabinoids were associated with a greater risk of adverse events, but not serious adverse events. Overall, there's a crucial need for more high-quality research. Hey, there we go. Yeah. At least you admit it. Given the scarcity of the evidence, the treatment of mental disorders and SUDs is currently rarely justified. Interesting. Right? Hey, but shout out. This is what I'm interested in too. Like, just to kind of see where cannabis is going to take it. Are you interested to know that kind of shit though? Are you would rather just, I don't know. I don't want to know. Giant bucket head robot. What is going down? What is going down? Me too, Cloud. I think we're in unprecedented times right now with cannabis. So we're watching a plant that was giving people felonies, putting people in jail, still is in some cases, all of a sudden become a recreational commodity. I don't know if I've ever witnessed. I've never witnessed that in my lifetime. And so it's very interesting to me to watch it go down. And I think it's wild too because so many people use cannabis. This isn't like some little thing, right? So many people smoke cannabis, use cannabis for medical benefits, to to cook. There's like it's a huge fucking deal. And how this is all rolling out, historic. Like we'll be in 20, 30 years talking about this type of era. And that's where when I talk about the goats, when we talk to the goats that we have pop on here now, I'm like, you guys are like in this fucking era. You guys are like the Mount Rushmore of this shit right now. What a crazy time to be alive, man. I'm fucking an enthusiast of this cannabis shit, man. I've been smoking for so long, so I might get caught up in it sometimes. My apologies, but hey, that's what we're here for. Let's get it. Bunch of bulls. I'm happy I get to see cannabis news from other states I normally wouldn't come across. Nice. Appreciate that. Yeah, that's what we like to do here. Talk about what's going on not only nationally, but honestly, we like to talk about what's going on globally. Shout out to Yuma over here. What's up, Night Owl? How we doing? Okay. When we had Growing Pains on last week, he talked about how Michigan introduced a new wholesale tax. Remember that? The Mining Journal came out with this article, and I'll throw it in the chat for you guys. If you want to dive in, feel free to do so. I'm going to skim over it, talk about some shit that I think is kind of interesting about it, but hey, do you? So basically what it's saying is, yeah, man, like before it gets to the retail shelves, once it transitions from the growers to the retail, it has a 24% tax. Under the law, the wholesaler, the business making the first sale or transfer to the retailer is responsible for paying the tax. So the fucking growers got to pay it. Damn, that's wild. I've never seen. Is there anywhere else in the nation that has a wholesaler tax? Where did that come from? Feedback from our marijuana industry partners played an important role in shaping this guidance, State Treasurer Eubank said. We appreciate their involvement and collaboration throughout the process. Who fucking signed up for this? How is tax calculated? If two businesses are not related, the tax is based on the actual price the retailer pays for the marijuana product. Damn. I remember reading this article thinking to myself, well, what if you have a retail location and you have a cultivation? That's what I'll have to ask Growing Pains, because in my opinion, it really was, though. It was a wild time. In my history, if that's the case, it's almost like going to put a target on third parties, right? And we see that in Arizona, where third parties have a harder time getting into the dispensaries. What I'm wondering is, does this wholesale tax apply to all facilities, even if they have a retail location? And if it doesn't, you're kind of seeing the same thing happen then. Because imagine if you're a third party out there. I don't even know if that's possible, too. Like, I need to dive into the Michigan, what's cracking out there, because I don't know if it's vertical. Like, if you have a license out there, do you have the retail and the cultivation? Is it separate, like where you can go get a cultivation license, but only a few have retail? In my assumptions, I hate to assume, too. Fuck. I'm going to do some more research before I guess not say this. What I'll just say is where I see it being a problem, if it wasn't where everybody's got to pay the same wholesale tax. If you have a facility or you have a license that also has a retail that it gets you to avoid that wholesale tax, then I think that's going to be a problem. We're going to see some people out there on third party fighting for survival. I mean, look, that's a 24% tax out of nowhere. What the fuck? Michigan Treasury releases guidance on new 24% wholesale. Son of a biscuit. Son of a biscuit. Hey, I appreciate you checking out the music, though. I appreciate you checking out the music. Quintendo Power. That was one of my favorite tracks. I snapped on that one. I snapped. Rolled up reviews like ownership gets a lower tax so others get fucked. Like, it made me wonder, is that a way for the retail stores to find a way to have a leg up? You know what I mean? And that kind of seems like the license owners. But is there multiple lanes in Michigan? What you guys talking about? Oh, Fundamental saying his plants are coming down. Hey, congratulations. I feel like we should have a damn harvest day track we play for people when they harvest. We need to like cheers them and shit. You know,
Hail to the champion,
good luck.
baby.
Now, are you gonna freeze them and make hash, or are you gonna dry and cure them motherfuckers? I don't think we're gonna be able to get Afro Man, and it's so funny, bro. I feel good for Afro Man in the sense of, like, in Arizona, Afro Man played "Can I Get High" twice a year in Arizona. His feed to have him come play must have been so low, because he would be in Arizona twice a year. It was like, no, you knew there was gonna be some cannabis brand that was gonna bring out Afro Man, and you were gonna see this man sing "Cause I Got High." And I was so burnt on it after 7 years of it. I'm not shitting you. Twice a year for 7 years in a row, Afro Man. I am so thankful that this man has now caught this new wave, this new fame. Because it's like, yeah, you motherfuckers ain't bringing Afro Man out now. That price went up. That price went up. Michigan has licensing for everything. Nice. What's up, Joel? What's up, bro? Michigan has licensing for everything. Is it limited on the retail? Because it's interesting. I think I'm gonna reach out to Growing Pains and see if they can answer some questions on that one. I'm curious to see how that's all gonna work out. Because if it is like that, it just kind of feels fucked up. You know what I mean? It's like they always try to like make it where to this mom and pops. And I say this not even in cannabis. I'm saying this just in general life. Like, mom and pop shops have it. Odds are against them. Stacked up against them. Oh shit, your friend owns a dispo and grows? No shit. Yeah, ask him about this tax. I wonder if he's going to have to pay a tax if he has to go to his dispo. Afro Man is $2K. That makes sense. I was thinking he was at least, I thought he was at least $2,500. That was my guess. So $2K makes sense. That's what you know. So the Kid Crow knows exactly what I'm talking about, right? It's like a classic artist that you bring out for a weed event for $2K. Fuck it. Come on, man. Bring it. You know what I mean? So, like, because of that, yeah, we've just heard so much. And so now, Lemon Pound Cake. If you guys haven't checked, if you don't know what's going on with fucking Afro Man right now, grade A classic material right now of quality entertainment. All right, just go check out Afro Man's page on Instagram. I guess he got rated, and let's fucking show you. What the fuck am I doing over here? Oh my God, this is just classic shit. I'm not going to show you too much because, it's just, it's not my shit, but.
Why did you bring the news when you picked up the money?
Yeah, I didn't want to get beat up or Epstein at the sheriff's station after I seen him running around.
He is in court. He is just keeping it buck with the lawyers. And it all came about. He dropped a track. I think this is it. Here we go.
The corruption of the Adam County cops, stealing money, stealing cake. When they make they traffic stops, first they screw you, then they sue you. Play games and dismiss your claims. The proof's on the internet. Afro Man will bring it to ya. Afro Man is gonna do.
Okay, look, I'm serious. I can't do it, man. I've heard because I got high so much that I just can't do it. But I'm going to put this in here so you guys can check it out. And props to him. So, look, man, he got raided, and he turned it into money. He made tracks about the cops who raided him, and then the cops turned around and sued him over it. So you go and you sit in trial. Look at this is the person crying at court.
She raided my house. She raided my house.
He called her like all kinds of things. He said that she might be a man, you know, type energy, and it's messed up her life, right? She crying in the car, she crying in court. I mean, some of the clips on when he's in court talking to these,
The lies continued, and it just wouldn't stop. It enraged the community, and it got to the point that we were receiving death threats at work. It got to the point that my family felt unsafe. It got to the point where you know, we would get a call that says, "Oh, I'm coming down there. I'm coming down to do whatever." It was a threatening call, and then we'd get a call about a tree down in a wildlife area, and we'd have to go. And I'm not going down there. I mean, this could be a setup. This became. We were afraid. We were legitimately afraid that this was.
So go ahead if you gotta check that out, man. A lot of shit going on right there, but wild shit going on. All right, Joel, we're rolling it up right now. We're about to do a side by side. So when I talk about Joel's Cannabis, that is JALSR. That is watching. Oh, I don't know what it is. Watching right now. So let me know. Actually, since you're in here kicking it with us, what is number 2? And what is SB? JLSB. Tell us, give us a little bit of a background on number 2 here. We showed it off in the camera already. And then JL times SB number 7. We're about to light them both up. What we're going to do is a side by side. You scared? Go to the store. Let's go! All right, let me go and get my theme music out here. Let's go ahead, Cam. I'm gonna have you light this one up. Okay, so the one with the band is number 7. The one with the band, number 7. All right. Give me 1 second here. Get the right track. Who's lighting up with us? Who's lighting these blunts with us? Number 2 is a secret. Ooh, all right, let's get it.
Taking a break from
whoa. Let's make sure we start it from the beginning over here.
Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? All those nights when you've got no lights, the check is in the mail, and your little angel hung the cat up by its tail, and your third fiance didn't show.
Let's go.
Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. You wanna be where you can see our troubles are all the same. You wanna be where everybody knows your name.
Thank you for being in here today. Marijuana to you. Side by side right now. Okay. What's this JL cross with the SB? All right, I feel like I know. Go on over here. Go on, get it. Shout out to my dude again. You saw those beautiful rolled blunts right there. That's my dude, Dog Bones. Rolling it up. Come on, do some smoke. Oh, thank you, man. All right. I think one of them stands out. Okay. This is kind of interesting, I saw. And this is one of the ones I've considered now that I need to reach out to people when I come across stories like this. I feel like I need to, oh man, they're not gonna let me do it. They're not gonna let me do it. You can see it though. 2019 murder of a Silicon Valley marijuana entrepreneur sparks a killing in cannabis. So something went down, story out there, book released, murder in cannabis, huh? Okay, what's this all about? I feel like some of these now that I'm on this network, I need to start shooting my shot and being like, yo, dog, like, you wanna talk about it? You know what I mean? Like, reach out to some people. Remember I was telling you yesterday about the person who was selling the bootleg cannabis? I feel like I need to reach out now and be like, hey, let's get some more detail about the story. I think with this network that I'm on now, I think I can approach these stories and say, hey, we want to cover this. Join here and let's talk about it type shit. Yep. Oh, we've been on the same course every single time. I'm going to take one more round on these ones. I think I got a decision, but blunt should be every now and then. Come on now. Paper only way side by side. No, look, you guys do you. I mean, I know you guys are a majority of you guys are going to be in here are the doink smokers and things like that. And respect to you. I've had my share of joints in my day, and you know they've had a little special place for me at certain times. But overall, I do love me a fat motherfucking blunt. I just do. There's been a lot of those killings, Joel says. This is not making news. I mean, dude, I remember the term Murder Hill, right? Murder Mountain. Yeah, dog. I don't know what the secret is in this one, but this is the winner for sure on today's Side by Side, number 2. Whatever you got going on with number 2. Okay. Okay. We here. All right, let me see what else I got for you guys. I wanted to bring up this clip that I posted yesterday. And my clip game, you know, we're working on it. We're getting there. It needs to be better, though, right? It needs to be better. Oh, shit. Let me get over here to... Posted up the clip. Remember when we had Blackleaf on, and he's like, I'm going to give you the exclusive info. And there was a whole shitload of things going on that day. And I wish I could have clipped this that day and put it out. But I knew I had to get this clip out there. Did you guys see this yesterday? Let's go ahead and pop it up.
Already, man. Blacklist is already cranking up the heat.
Shit.
I saw them make a post today about snitches. People want us to post the Piff Coast episode. Bro, I'm going to give you the exclusive why I'm not posting it and why I'm not going to post it.
Let's go.
We already deleted it. I don't fall into temptation like that, not for some nonsense. It's this, bro. It's that if I know you're a snitch, the conversation we're having is a way different conversation about why would you do that? We've all rode through the mud. That convo is a different convo, bro. If me and you were having that convo versus someone who's coming on with flour and we're smoking and we're talking genetics and strains. So people think I'm scared. It's like, nah, bro.
You would address that shit.
Bro, that's the beginning of the podcast, bro. How could you snitch on your best friend? And I'm not even here to throw people under the bus. I'm here to talk about why people are trying to throw me under the bus. People in the comments are people who have rallied to try to get on the show for years. And what I do is you let people simmer for a few weeks. You go ask around, hey, do you know this person? Are they good people? They do good business? Do you know much about them? And you try to get more info about this person. Are they worth having a conversation with? Is this a person that is who they say they are? Sometimes you get deceived, bro. Welcome to life.
Right. Sometimes,
though, you don't find out enough information like that because I'm not in the streets of New York. I thought that was a New York thing, bro. New York, in LA, the trap word would be everywhere.
Right.
And so we don't know on the West Coast. That's not it's just there's a whole country between us.
Damn. And I had no idea about that really scenario until damn near that morning and stuff like that. And now catching up on it and stuff like that is holy shit. That has been an insane clip. That thing is going crazy. We got comments saying Piff was on his live getting crazy last night. Piff Coast did reach out to me. I did have a conversation originally when this all came out, and I told him, I said, I don't really know what's going on, right? I reached out to him yesterday because I wanted to know, where did this stem from? Like, where did this like originate from? And then I thought about it, and it's like, what are those things where I feel like you look at it, and even though it came out and however it rolled out, you look at what people have said about it, right? Just people who see what happened. I feel like snitches or people who get caught up in that situation, you're going to have a hard time in cannabis. And it's not something that you can try to defend yourself back into the good grace. And we're witnessing that. I'm not saying that. This is what we're witnessing, right? And I think that there's things in life that sometimes you do that fucks up your availability to do shit in life. You can look across the board on all sorts of things in life that if early on in life you do, it fucks up your chances to do other shit. And this is the instant in cannabis that we're seeing, that we are witness, that if you ever have a snitch-like situation, you're going to have a fucking hard time in cannabis. It's just that it's the culture. You know what I mean? It's not anything that someone did. It's just how we all have, like the majority. You see it, right? You see it. So I think, oh shit, Joey says, unless you're an AZ, oh fuck. You know, that was the interesting comments. Like, I'm reading the comments and I'm just soaking this up. I don't know any of the situations, so I'm just reading it and, you know, basing my own opinion on shit. One of the things I saw a lot of comments where there are a lot of people think that in the East Coast, there's a lot of people out there that were snitches or people work with snitches. I saw a lot of comments like that saying that's a whole East Coast thing. I was like, damn, that's not a good look. Smokey Soldier says James doesn't have a hard time. I disagree with that. You know, I think that we are probably going to witness that whole situation unravel. I think it's almost like it's a matter of time, right? I think that's something that, you know, people looking at, and this is all like, damn, this is probably the greatest scale of this situation in the history of cannabis, where the entire nation is aware of this situation, right? Because of social media and this, that, and the other, and the outlets that are now available to put things out there and discuss it and how things are currently. These type of situations can get put on the highest fucking platform that they ever have been in the history of cannabis. So I do believe that we are going to see more situations unravel, and we'll find out how it goes. Soggy washed biscuits, and that was the message that I got relayed from Piff. And you know, the message that he sent me, I was like, I felt for him, but I was like, damn, dog, like there's just some things that if you do, it's going to change what you can do. And that's just, it's unfortunate, you know. And he mentioned that, yes, like the person that should be the most offended, the one that was put in the position by him, has, you know, forgave him and they worked together, right? So like to Piff, he said, like, look, man, like, but you got to understand from the outside perspective, how can someone trust you if we know that, you know, if you get caught up in a situation, you're not going to just take the heat with all of us. That's where it comes down, right? Like if you're in it with someone, if you're out here doing something with somebody and your trust is there, the last thing you want to know is that like the dude you're doing it with is going to sell you down the river in any situation. You could take that with any situation. You may say, oh, well, I don't do illegal shit anymore. Yeah, man. But when it comes down to paperwork, when it comes down to business paperwork, and you all of a sudden, I'm going in with someone that might say, well, shit, man, I had to look out for these kids, and I fucking signed you out of this fucking deal because the kids. And I feel it for you, like, but you want to go into this shit with people that you trust. And that's where like your history is your resume. And that's how I look at this whole situation. I trust. I'll give you an example of how I can relate, right? We just had someone in the comment tell me It's Just Jizz was a crazy track. Me rapping as the name Jay Hornet, or at one point it was Jizz Hornet, and having songs like It's Just Jizz for a fucking decade. Today, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh shit, yeah, I did that. You know what I mean? I'm proud of it though, but it's still something that like now I look back and I say, okay, well, you know, dating was interesting. Dating was interesting once that was out there and shit like that. People looked at me differently, right? Ladies looked at me different with the Jay Hornet name and this, that, and the other. Small scale, but what I'm saying is like you could do things early that make you not have opportunity down the road. So it is what it is, though. All right, marijuana. Yes. Yep, that's me. Hello. MR said, woke up, went to sleep, woke up again. I'm living life. There you go, dog. Naps are great. I tell you what, as I've gotten older, I be napping. You remember that? Yes. See, I used to rap, my guy. I used to be on the road, touring, doing my thing. All right, I got another study for you. And, you know, again, I'm a fan of the studies. Cannabis compounds may reverse fatty liver disease, studies suggest. All right. I'm going to drop this in the comments for you guys. If you're interested in diving in deeper, then I take it. Do you? That's your liver. That's your liver on drugs. All red and shit. No, I'm just kidding. All right, let's see what they got going on here. Study led by scientists in the Hebrew University of Jerusalem in Israel found that both CBD and CBG can improve blood sugar control, reduce liver fat, and lower blood lipid levels in obese mice. Fuck. Y'all did this on some mice? Now I feel like I fooled you guys, right? We don't really know. They don't know. Talking about mice here now. All right, hold up. Makes me want to know. I don't even know how to ask the goddamn question. Are like, what is a mice? Like, what are we similar to mice? Whatever happened to fucking something else? Rats. Oh, the timing of that one, huh? I tell you what. All right. What was my rap name? Jay Hornet. Jay Hornet. And it makes sense. My name is Jason Horn. Jason Horn. And in school, people thought I spelled it with an E at the end. So they'd be like, oh, he's horny. And I'd be like, oh, it's Hornet. I'd be funny with it. All right? That's where the shit came from. Do I like lady attention? Yes. Yes. Okay. MR, you ever heard about the alpha P9 when in abundance can act as a bronchodilator for asthmatics? Instead of smoking it, I'll vape flower high in apenine. It actually does help. No shit. Yeah! Thank you for sharing that. No, I haven't heard of that. If you have any articles or you have anything that you've seen, I love when people send me shit. Send me all that. Drop any. Man, I love to hear that kind of. I'm into the science. A little worried about it. You know, I think we witness how beneficial it can be medically. But, you know, smoking 8 blunts a day, you know, obviously ain't gonna be the best and shit. God damn it. All right, sometimes you gotta lean into it. Mario says weed is close to as we can get. Fuck, man, I gotta get into this. Drum rolls. Anybody you know? Any deeper specifics on the Eye of Buddha situation? I have no idea what you're talking about. Drop a chat. This is that episode today. We are bullshitting. We got a few more minutes in here. I'll finish the blunt. I'm over here babysitting the blunt. Prob too old? Yeah. 300K for years harvest of Z. Wait, what? 300K for the year's harvest of Z. Now claims he's out the full 300K because the harvest went to hashtag. I don't know what the fuck really happening. Hashtag though seems pretty reliable, right? Hashtag is one of those brands that you wouldn't think that they're out there getting on people. Would that be crazy though? I would speculate. Doctor agreed 100% that vaporizing, it will be less harmful and painful than combusting. Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Vaporizers are the shit. If you still want to inhale marijuana, vaporizing, there's really nothing that's going to beat that safety-wise for your lungs. Let's see what we got. Where can I send you the articles? I'd love to share. Fuck yeah. Thank you. Appreciate that. Hi, send it to the morning wood.psn@gmail. Boom. That's dope. Thank you. I appreciate that. And that goes for anybody out there. If you're just out there living life and you come across something interesting about marijuana, please send it to me. I'm out there doing my thing and, you know, finding stuff and stuff like that, but I don't know. It's always kind of cool. You guys are, you know, might have some kind of like local shit that I don't know about. Damn, I might be cooked on shit in my thing. You've seen me live? Which one? Oh, that's tight. Hell yeah. I toured between the years of 2011 and 2015 heavy. In 2015, I did a tour with Ritz, and we did 52 shows in like 60 days or some shit. It was crazy. And then after that, I did my last tour with Burner on the Cookies Are Better tour, and we did like 28 shows in like 33 days. So that 2015, I did like 80 shows across the nation, and I said, I'm cooked. You know what I mean? I was just in it for the ride, having a good time. Amazing times. Got to see the fucking country, got to smoke with a whole bunch of people all over the fucking nation and just see how you guys smoke and live. And I was like, that's a trip, man. It was tight when I would tour a burner because everybody wants to show this man his sack. Real shit. And so burner doesn't really smoke other people's shit, so we would just get it. I was like, yes. When I would tour with Ritz is cool motherfucker too, man. Funny story with Ritz. Oh, you saw me with that would have been with Ritz, Crooked Eye. It was Ritz, Crooked Eye, Crooked Eye's brothers. What are the talented motherfuckers too, man. I can't think of their name though. And then me. Us four went on tour, 52 dates. I rolled my van on that tour too. Rolled my motherfucking van. That shit was crazy. Oh, look at, we got fucking, someone just sent me something right now. Hell yeah. Look at that guy. Hey, team effort over here. Let's go. To the newsroom, nearly 1,000 pounds of marijuana seized in Shelby Township drug investigation, Michigan. Oh, shit. Damn, I wonder what but that looks like fucking totes. This looks like a fucking operation, like a facility. I was almost expecting, like, obviously, like the trap bags and all that shit. Nah, this is definitely out the facility. Oh, shit. What went down? 964 pounds of black market marijuana? I don't think so. Maybe, though, I guess. I don't fucking know. Shit. Edibles, carts. Oh, found some guns. Damn. This operation removed a major supply of illicit drugs from our streets and disrupted the people responsible for distributing them. Look, the cops know now not to stand in front of their shit. Look, they found, like, they put the bottles of Patron in here. Get the fuck. Isn't that. Oh, no, those are bongs. Those are Patron bottle bongs. You can kind of see the one on the black one right here has like the stem in it. That's fucking funny. Terps Club, we 1000 need the story on the van flip. Oh, nice. All right, you guys want to hear about that shit? Sometimes I'll be thinking I go too personal on this bitch. I was in fucking Columbus. Dumb shit, though. Dumb shit how this fucking van flipped, right? And the fucking wheel, like we're driving and I fucking feel, I'm like, the wheel feels fucked up. So we pull over and we look at the wheels, right? And they look fine and like nothing, you know? So we're like, all right, well, let's go. We're like in the middle of nowhere. So, but like town's probably like 15, 20 miles away. So we're like, all right, well, let's just fucking get into town and we'll figure it out. So we get back on the freeway. That shit turned into a pop, 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 pop. You're like, boom, boom, boom. And then it fucking blew. You know, and like I'm in this fucking van. And so like this shit blows, right? So I'm like, oh, and like we fucking like hit sideways and I'm in a slow motion, man. That shit really does come true. When they talk about it's like slow motion, man, it was like slow motion. I was like, holy shit, what the fuck is happening? And then boom, oh shit. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, man. I can joke about it now because we all walked away unscathed. Like there's some scrapes and stuff like that, man. But it was me and my two homies, man. Shout out to my dude Skyrider out there. And flip this motherfucker. I had my seatbelt on, right? So I end up on our side and I'm in the seat. And I'm like, yo, you guys good? And I look back and my boy is standing in the window, standing up, broken window, his feet's in the grass. And he's like, yo, I'm good. And my other boy, Stacks, he's like, yo. And that was the craziest shit. And then the aftermath of this motherfucker, we had like, I'm in a tour van. So we had fucking all kinds of shit in the back, right? So we climb out this bitch. And like, there's blunt wraps all over the freeway, dog. I'm talking blunt wraps, flyers, fucking, I'm looking at this shit like, oh no. Cause I got some weed on me. You know what I mean? This is back in like 2015. And so definitely no legalization in Ohio. And so I'm thinking, okay, you got some reefers and you got this going on in my mind and shit like that. I'm like, where's the weed? You know what I mean? Because I'm thinking myself, cops about to pull up. Instantly, like, that's kind of where I went with it. Everyone's safe, cool, boom. We got weed. Where's this shit at? Let's figure this out. Boom. There's all, now people are walking up. Is everyone safe and all this shit? Crazy. And what was dope is Crooked Eye and his team happened to be like, I guess several miles behind us, but like they saw and they pulled over and shit like that. And they was like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, you know, made sure we were all good. Wanted to see if we needed a ride. And the aftermath of that shit was crazy because I never knew like you're responsible for picking the shit up. Like they'll sit there and wait for you to pick all that shit up. And I was like, nah, really? I just rolled my van. I got to pick all these blunt wraps up and shit. I was like, hell no, man, this is fucked up. I'm like, all kinds of shit. So that's the backstory. We ended up picking that shit up and catching an Uber with all that. We had to catch like 3 Ubers. Or no, at that time it wasn't Ubers. We had to call taxis. We had to fucking call a taxi. And so like three big old van taxis pull up and fucking take us to a hotel. And I had to go buy a van the next day. It was crazy times, man. I was like, because I remember thinking, do we just go home? Like, do I just go home? You know, like I just rolled my van. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck, dog. We actually performed that night still. I remember we still went to that shit and performed. I remember that being a surreal feeling. And then the next day I said, fuck it, dog. Like, I'm going to go get a van. That's crazy. All right, a little flashback for you there on my rapping days. Marijuana, appreciate you asking. Check your tires. If they're fucked up, they're fucked up. Don't push it. Not even a mile. Man, I remember feeling so bad that I got back on that shit though. Till the wheels fall off. That's right. That's right. I knew I was done after that though. Let's go ahead. My son also wanted me back too. He grew and so that changed the game for me. Turf, so happy I asked for this story. This is one of those I don't know how I survive stories. I think about it. I definitely do because we fucking flipped the van on the fucking freeway. And yeah, like I didn't really get into that because it's like slow motion, but yeah, we rolled. I remember rolling and just thinking like we're rolling. And then I just like, it's one of those situations where it's like, we ended up sliding into like the medium, you know, like after we like kind of like lost momentum, like we like slid into the grass and shit like that into the medium. And, just imagine like had someone like came and like fucking boom on some like Final Destination shit, right? Like, god damn, we got lucky. Yeah. Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'm back. Fuck. Marijuana. Appreciate you guys kicking it with me. This one of those episodes where, you know, no real promotion. Didn't have a guest. We kick it. We chop it up about weed out there. Appreciate, you know, letting me story tell there. Go back in time. We're rolling. For real, you think about that shit, slow motion, man. You really do kind of like consume the fucking fact that that shit's going down. Yeah, drum rolls out there, tours too. Shout out to everybody that's a musician that goes out there and tours because it's a definite, you become fam with whoever you're touring with. Oh, okay, yeah, Soggy Wash. Bro, I did then you might have went, my first tour ever, and sorry to kind of ramble a little bit, I'll get out of here after this one. My first tour ever was with Chris Calico, Johnny Richter, Cut Calhoun, Saigon, Potluck, and me. And it was called the Strange Noise Tour. Remember the Strange Noise Tour back in 2011? If you're back into that. And shout out to Strange Noise too, man, because those motherfuckers. Hey, appreciate you, Mario. Have a good weekend, my guy. Thank you for that energy. Okay, yeah, that was tight. That was real tight, bro, because that was my first one. And Chris Calico as a headliner was a really dope, like, he like took me under his wing and shit like that. And he would give me a shout out at the end of the show and stuff like that. And that didn't happen a lot of times when I would tour with like other artists and stuff like that. You know, they were still dope, but like they didn't give me that like made me feel like they were part of some shit. Like, and that was tight too, because whoever did the voicing on that tour was dope. He always did the Tech 9 tours. Whoever did that tour did Tech 9 tours and the voicing of it. So he'd be like, introducing from Arizona. I'd be like, oh my God, this is lit. That's like my first time. I was like, this is crazy. That shit was a run, bro. Straight up. No, not Cut Calhoun. Was he in the, if he was in the Dungeon Family, that makes sense. He's fucking dope. But Cut Calhoun, I only recognized him from Strange Noise in the earlier days. It was him. He would always be on stage with Tech. Him and Chris Calico and Cut Calhoun were like his stage homies. They had like their fucking dances and shit. Fire times. All right. Well, hey, thank you for popping in. We're going to get guests coming up here. We'll dive more into the living soil next week. I know that we're going to get some guests on here. Preferred Garden wants to come out and have a conversation. My boy Marcus. Shout out to Nature's Lab. That's the homie. We can go back in conversation. Marcus from Nature's Lab is like the homie where we go back before marijuana. So it's cool to see how he's progressed in marijuana and stuff like that. I'd love to bring him on here. I've talked to him many times on my other pod, but let's have him on here. Lynch. Fuck yeah, shout out to Lynch. I believe it, dog. Any story I've heard, crazy. That dude is crazy, right? I was never around Lynch. I heard about it. All right, y'all. Yeah! You know I like to end it. He took the blunts. Damn. And then he sprinkled some crack on it. Hey, man, shout out to you for popping in here, guys. This is our shit. This is our shit over here. It's called The Morning Wood because we love the reefers. Till next week.
Wow.
What the fuck?
Thank you! That's science.